In my previous video, I taught you how to paint beautiful hydrangea flowers with leaves and stems. Today, I am going to create a beautiful butterfly and give a final touch up to the painting. So friends, let's get started. Friends, as usual, I am going to take a jar of water like this, squish our brush and then take off the extra water and then start with the painting. The brush that I am going to use for today is a flat brush. Can you see, friends? This is the brush that I am using for today. And the colors that I am going to use are green, blue, purple. This is brilliant purple. You can use any shade of purple. Yellow, black, brown, salmon pink, red, orange, light pink, magenta, green, deep green and a different shade of green. This one I have. That means I need 3 shades of green. First of all, we will start with the butterfly. We are going to create a butterfly here, but before that, we can create a small flower over here to show that the butterfly is sitting on it. For that, we are going to use these swabs and create a small flower here. We will take a little bit of pink color, dab it on the cotton swab and then create the flower here. See how I am creating. I am just creating a round structure to show a hydrangea flower. Now I am going to grab a little bit more of this pink shade and I am going to use a different shade of pink this time to give it a more realistic touch, as we have done in the previous video. Then I am going to use this magenta color too and white to give it a texture that will be realistic to look at. Now I am going to use a little bit of white. Little bit, just a little bit. Now after this, we are going to just give a final touch up to this flower and then stop. Next, we are going to start with our butterfly. For this, we are going to take a flat brush and we are going to draw the outline. For that, we are going to grab a little bit of black first. Now after we are done with this, we have to squish our brush and take off the paint because we are going to use different color here as we are going to make a colorful butterfly. So the colors that we will use will be different every time. We are going to use a brown color now. I am going to grab a little bit of brown on the tip of my brush. We can paint brown color on the inside part too, like this. And just using a light stroke, just to give it a realistic look. We are just going to relax and paint and never think what is coming up. We are just going to relax and paint and think that whatever we are creating is a masterpiece. After we are done with this, we are going to let it dry for a few minutes so that we can create the inside later on. After this, again we are going to wash and we can use the same brush. Now I am going to create the body of the butterfly. For that, we can use any bright color. I am using red. See, I am grabbing a little bit of red on my brush and then I am starting with the painting. Just drawing the outline part. We can also draw this part with the same red color. See how easy and fun it is to create this. Now what I am going to do is I am going to create the middle part. See how I am doing it. Now I am going to use a little bit of yellow and red to give it this orangish touch to my butterfly. See how I am doing. I am mingling both orange and red. Red was already there in my brush, right? I am just grabbing a little bit of yellow to give it a reddish, orangish and yellowish texture. See how beautiful it is now. So I am going to grab yellow and red together, friends. Yellow and red together to give this touch. I am going to create more of the inside of the butterfly like this. It is super easy fun. So just come up with your brushes and your canvases to create such beautiful, super easy painting. Here I have used more of yellow color. Now we are going to do the upper part. For that we are going to grab more of yellow and red this way. Now this part is done. Now I am going to clean my brush again and then I am going to use a different color for a different texture. We can use salmon pink, friends. This is the salmon pink color that I have already used in my Hydrangea Flowers in my previous video, and even not today I have used and shown it to you in this part. Now I am going to grab a little bit of salmon pink, friends, and a little bit of magenta and a little bit of white, and then I am going to start with my painting the inner part. We can start in this part. See how I am creating it. It's like how I am using my brush. Just look at it. It's just a light stroke with these colors, white, pink. See how beautiful it is coming up, friends. I'm going to complete this painting. Now I'm going to use a little bit of white more to give it that white texture, you know, pinkish whitish texture. See, pinkish whitish texture is coming up. And this is what we want to show that the butterfly is a real one, that we find it in our gardens. I'm just using this stroke of the brush and bring out the best part in you. See how I am using the brush? So that is the best part of this. So see how I am using it. This butterfly is a colorful one that I am trying to show. After we are done with this, I am just going to complete this part. For this, we are going to use white color. I think this part has already dried up. So I am going to just give it a little touch up. For that, I am just using this white color. Just a little light stroke. So now we should move on to the outline part. We can grab a little bit of orange and white to give it a more colorful look. So I have orange and white with me this time. I'm just going to grab it on the tip so that I can do it very easily. See, this shade and shape is coming along with red. Along with red, I also have this orangish texture, orangish whitish texture. Now friends, I think our butterfly is almost over. Now I am going to move on to the leaves that are left to be done, and I think then our painting will be over. for the leaves, we are going to grab a little bit of green and a different shade of green. 2 different colors I am going to use, and then we are going to start with the leaves. We'll paint a little bit leaves, the realistic look like this. See how in minutes you can create such easy and refreshing painting. Paint that you'll be using will be in small amount only, and it will give your painting a realistic tinge. So I am going to create few more leaves here. One more over here to give it that final touch to your painting. We can use this lemon yellow tinge by taking yellow and lemon together. See, if I mix both the colors, I am getting a little bit of lemonish yellowish tinge. So this we can use, create a more realistic leaves. So for that I have just used a little bit with this yellow and green. It's super easy and fun. We can use it in almost all the leaves that we have created. See how easily I am doing it, and it is super fun, friends. Just relax. Now we are going to give a final touch to the stems as well. For that I am going to grab a little bit of brown color and a little bit of white too. Then we are going to mix it together. We are going to give this final touch of. We are going to create these stems in a beautiful way. We are going to mix white and brown, and that will give you a different color which will be more realistic. So friends, giving a final touch up to your painting is very necessary, because you can make it better if you give it the final touch up. Now I think we should give a final touch up to the butterfly as well. For that what we are going to do is, I have just taken this cotton swab and I am going to use orange and purple color. Grab a little bit of orange color and just use it like this to give it a more realistic touch. And we can also use the purple color to make it more colorful, beautiful and an extraordinary one. We can also use blue color. We can mix both the colors and use to give it this texture which we find in our real butterflies. So see, this round structure is coming up by using these swabs. I am using this orange color. I am going to give a final touch up to the butterfly. So for that we can use just a little bit of orange and white again to just form the outline like this, and just the final touch up. And we can also give a final touch up to this part. For that we are going to use black and brown together.